I'm Ed Robinson and welcome to Ringside Toe2Toe, a boxing podcast exclusive to skysports.com. In the opposite corner to me, as always, is promoter and former light middleweight fighter Spencer Fearon. Barnet man Spencer Oliver, the former European Super Bantamweight champion, is making his way as a trainer and may have a real talent on his hands with Romeo Romaeo.
He's got his debut in November the 29th, I think it is, in the Mayfair. Real hot talent. I would, go as far to say I put my neck on the line and say this is the biggest prospect the country's had since Naseem Hamed.
So why do you rate him that highly? He's not achieved that much as an amateur.
No, he hasn't. I mean, he only had 73 fights as an amateur, 163, 51 of those by KO. But I mean, he's still only a young kid. When you see this guy, Ed, I mean, he's so talented. Like I said, I've been in boxing a long time, and this is one of the most talented guys I've seen.
He's quite a flashy dresser as well, isn't he? Puts you to shame.
He certainly does. And wait until you see his ring entrance. His ring entrance makes Naseem Hamed's look tame. I mean, he's so charismatic in the ring and out of the ring. It's a privilege to work with him.
17 is a very young age to turn professional, though, isn't it? Because obviously you're competing against grown men. Would you not maybe think that he should stay amateur for a couple more years and get more experience? Why turn him pro now?
No, I don't think his style's suited to the amateur ranks. They don't like his style. He's quite flashy. He's quite flamboyant. If you see him, for a 17-year-old kid, he handles himself so well. I'm not going to mention any names about who he spars with, champions of the professional ring, and he really does sort them out. So, it's not like he hasn't got the maturity, he hasn't got the strength. Ed, me more than anyone, I'm more cautious than anyone. And like I say, this kid is more than ready. It's basically, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
There's some good clips on YouTube, aren't there, of you taking him on some fun pad sessions. What weight will he be when he turns pro?
Feather stroke super feather. I think we're going to start him off at super featherweight and possibly down to featherweight. But obviously I don't want to drain him down too much. He's quite comfortable at super featherweight at the moment. So for me, that's the weight he's going to be at.
Who else are you training?
I'm training a young guy, Daniel Heron. He's an Israeli kid, just turned 20 years of age, an immense talent as well. 210 fights as an amateur, world silver medalist, European silver medalist, and one to keep your eye on.
You never won a world title because your own career was cruelly cut short. Do you think you can do it as a trainer?
Certainly, I think one of these two would definitely come through. It wasn't something I was really looking to get into. It's something that happened by accident, but I'm really enjoying it at the moment, And I think that, I think I can live my dream through one of these two, or if not both of these two, going on and winning a world title.
Now, Spencer, I've seen clips of this guy on YouTube with Spencer Oliver, and people I really respect in the trade just tell me that he's an absolute sensation. He's only 17 years of age. He looks very, very strong. And we were there at the boxing awards dinner, the British Boxing Board of Control awards dinner the other night, and you couldn't really miss him, could you? He was wearing talking characters like Chris Eubank, he was wearing basically an orange kind of suit with some orange pumps, and his hair was in a ponytail, but like shaved at the sides. You can't really miss him, can you?
Let me tell you this now. I like him. I met his dad the other day. Me and Spenny.
They're very close, aren't
they?
Yeah,
me and Spenny are really cool friends. Everybody knows this, you know what I mean? And I keep on saying to Spenny, just to make him well up a little bit, that he knows that Spencer Oliver is the only person that I brought flowers to. When he got injured in 1998, I was visiting the hospital every day because everyone thought it was me that got injured. So it was like, I was living in Forest Hill, then everyone's coming to my house. And me and Spencer are really good mates. And I love his family as well. He's got a beautiful family. And Spencer came to me and said, Spence, I'm telling you now, this Romario, get on him now. And I said, it's really good that you've done a little interview with Spencer Oliver, because Spencer really believes this kid. And for a 17-year-old, physically, he looks like a big man. And you know why I rate the kid? I rate the kid because he actually lives boxing, and he's been sparring with Otu Saba as well. They've been sparring. And
what's happening with Otu Saba? Because there's a lot of hype about him, and I know he's in the Mayweather gym, but we're still waiting for his debut.
No, he's turning pro out in America. But I'm not going to get away from Romario, because it's not about Otu right now. It's about Romario. And Romario has got, his body's like a big man. He's like chiseled and stuff, but he's just focused, and he's always with his dad. And the kid, he's a styler. I saw him at the boxing at the O2 on the weekend, and he was seriously. Everyone's saying I could dress. This boy's going to take over my. He's going to be the best dressed kid he's going to take over from me. When he becomes a man, he's going to take over from me. The boy is a styler, you know.
He's 17, too young to be turning pro. I remember a few years ago there being a lot of hype about a Brendan Ingle prospect called Khalid Shafiq.
And he went to South Africa.
He went to South Africa because he was too young to turn pro.
And he got a draw, but he lost that fight.
And never boxed again.
Yeah.
You know, all that hype, and everyone was saying he was new Naz, and then I think he went off the rails, and I've heard some bad stories, and it's such a shame that it didn't work out for him because he did have that unbelievable talent.
Yeah, I know. But he's working with Spencer Oliver. And one thing I do know is Spencer Oliver deals in work ethic. I'm not saying that the Brendan Ingle camp didn't deal with work ethic, but, you know, what I like is this.
Well, Shafiq looked great in the gym, but maybe he lacked the physical maturity. When you're going up against men at 17, it's quite
But I'm
tough.
hearing that Romario spars with Lee Shelby, and spars well with him. So and Selby is world class. Yeah. So this kid, and I know, I think quite a few of us are going down to watch his pro debut. I think Johnny and Adam are going as well. We're gonna have
I might come along.
Yeah,
as well.
I think we should have a little spy. We could talk about this kid. So I don't think 17 is too young to turn pro.
Well, not when you look at Wilfred Benitez or someone like that.
No, it's totally different though. That guy was something else. You know, he beat Cervantes when he was 17 years old. That is
become a world champion,
that's
professional
incredible,
champion,
right?
incredible.
Right, but when you look on somebody like with Spencer Oliver, I remember being in a gym where and Spencer Oliver came down and he was training in there, and I was like, oh no, I think I was 3 and I was a pro. And he was coming in and he was training down at Charlie Magu's gym, and I was sparring with Jason Matthews, who went on to win the WBO middleweight title. And I was in the gym with him, and I looked at myself. I said, you know what? I don't train, you know. I said, I do not do no. And I thought I trained hard. I said, I don't train. I was looking at Spencer Oliver he was like, his nickname was the Omen. He was like a devil in there, a nice devil though, right? He was like the devil in there. How he trained really hard, and I know he's gonna put that inside any fighter that's around him because I know how spin he is. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think, yeah, it's a bit early and it is all talk and all the rest of it, but I just like something about that guy's got aura about him. I like the swagger. I like his dad as well. Romario, I wish you all the best, and we are going to come and watch you.
Definitely one to watch.